Our Prime Minister, the consummate politician Modi ji, he he spoke a lot, 2 hours in Mr. Kamath's podcast, but practically gave us nothing to go by except that it's nation first for him, which we've heard a zillion times earlier, and such pieces of information. He kept everything close to his chest, and his face is, as always, was that great mask. We expect when we listen, give our time to podcasts, we expect to hear something which we've not heard before, a useful insight or something. Like, for example, when Zuckerberg spoke to Rogan the other day, we got to know that the Biden administration had vehemently suppressed anti-vaccine posts on his network during the COVID days. Nothing such factual came out of Modi ji's podcast, not that I expected anything to come out. So I didn't give him the 2 hours, which many others did. In any case, brings me to another point. Most of us know that China is a hegemon. If you look at China's map today, the giant country that it is, which includes the Gobi Desert, which includes the Tibetan Plateau, which includes the highlands of Yunnan bordering Burma, which includes Inner Mongolia, all these parts of China, which make up more than 2/3 of its landmass, were not part of the real imperial China. The deltas of those great rivers, Mekong and Yangtze and the Yellow River, and those, where the Han Chinese originate from. The Mongolians, the Turkmens, the Burmese, the Tibetans, they're not Han Chinese. So China, in the 1940s, in the 1950s, when the world was dealing with the colonialism, that's when most of these lands were usurped by China. So China is that kind of person who is at our border. It's built the Three Gorges Dam. It has imperiled downstream nations. It is now going to build the Medoc Dam, which is 3 times bigger than the Three Gorges Dam, which in fact had slowed down the rotation of the planet. With this kind of neighbor at your doorstep, with the kind of disturbances and permanent enmity which we see now fermented in Bangladesh, my problem is that we don't see this government's point of view. It doesn't take its people on its side when it deals with such forces. What are we waiting for? What is our stand with regard to Bangladesh?